Hello everybody, I'm cyoubx, and today I'm going to bring you another F2L basic set tutorial. Just like last time, these are not the optimal ways to solve the cases, they are more or less the ways that I use to solve them intuitively. So this is for people who maybe just started learning F2L but are having trouble with some more difficult cases. So it is a basic set, and it is not the advanced way to do any of these. So if you're looking for an advanced F2L tutorial tips and tricks, this is not it. Without further ado, we will start. Today I will be going over 5 cases, and they're all very similar in that they all have the edge and the corner are both already in the slot, they're just not oriented correctly. So the first case is this, where you have the edge correctly oriented in the correct spot, and you have the corner not oriented correctly, and for this particular one, the oranges are opposite of each other and the white is facing that way. For these cases where this is already correctly placed, it'll either be to the right or to the left. In this case it's to the right, and I want to hold it so that the white is on my right hand side. And to proceed from here, generally for all F2L, what I like to do is sort of think of it as a 4-step process. The first step is to find the pieces. The second step is to move them out of the slot as well as separate them. So from here, to do that, and you do that in one step obviously, so to do that, this moves it out of the slot. And to separate them, I eventually have to bring this back down, so why not do a U prime so that when I bring this down, they separate. So that's sort of step 2. Step 3 would be to pair them, and from here you should know what to do, because this is a very basic case. You just line this up and you pair it. And then step 4 is insert. So just like that. I'm not going to redo it because we do have we have 4 more cases to cover, so if you need to re-see that, then just click back and rewatch it. So that's case 1. Case 2 is very similar. It's exactly the same thing. So step 1 is to locate the pieces. Step 2 is to move them out of the slot and separate them. So, and then step 3 is pair. This is a very basic case again. And step 4 is to insert. So that's that. So a more different or a more difficult case rather would be where the edge piece is not correctly oriented, and there's 3 cases for that. We might as well go with this one next because it's sort of similar to the first one where white piece is on the right, except when these 2 colors are the same, I like to hold it this way so that way it's facing me. And then it's really the same thing. You know, you move it out of the slot, you separate it much the same way, and then here to pair it, what you want to notice is that these are opposite colors, so really you just want to set it up. And you can do a cube rotation. So that's how that works. The case that's very, very similar to that is this one. It's just the mirror, so you want white facing you, and notice how these 2 are the same color. So you want to move it out of the slot, separate the pieces, and set up the case, and pair and insert. In this case, in one step. This is a very sort of interesting case. Just do the same thing as everything else. You know, move the pieces out of the slot, separate them in the same way, by the way, with a U prime, or if it's on the side, then a U. But yeah, just separate the pieces, and then you just get a case that you already know. This is particularly useful if this isn't already filled in. If this were empty, you could just go ahead and pair it. But yeah, go ahead and you can opt for a cube rotation and do that. So that does work. That's what I used to do, and although it's so many moves, it's surprisingly quick. If you can recognize the case and if you can do all this, then you'll have no problem. And the reason why I'm showing you a case or a way to do it that isn't the best way to do it is because if you are a beginner, then you're probably having trouble with a lot more cases. And really what I'm trying to tell you is that your process for F2L, intuitive F2L, is that you should just realize that it's really 4 steps. You know, right now I think I'm just going to do a very quick scramble to demonstrate this since I have some extra time. And I'll just go through the F2L portion quickly, and hopefully you get an idea of what I'm saying. I'll probably make a video on this in the future because it seems like a concept that a lot of people are not understanding. So the first step, so I have the crossed on, the first step is to locate the pieces. I see a blue and red piece here, and the corresponding corner here. So found the pieces. Step 2 is separate. We'll move them out of the slot and separate. That's already done. Step 3 is to pair, and step 4 is to insert. And then repeat. So find the pieces. Here's the corner. Here's the edge. Move it out of the slot and pair it. So I can do that all at once and insert. And repeat. Find the pieces. Pull them out of the slot. It's been done. Same step though. You have to separate them. Go ahead and do that. Pair them. Insert. And do it again. Find the pieces. Here and here. You want to move this out of the slot, but this, if you remember in my first video for Pentacubers, it's one of the cases where you can actually move out of the slot and pair at the same time and insert. So that's what F2L is about. You know, that's the way I like to think about it. Not necessarily the right way to do it, but that's how I like to think about it, and hopefully that gives you some insight on how maybe you want to change the way you're thinking about it too. Don't think of F2L as so many cases. Think of it as really just the same case but done differently. And if you really, really like algorithms, there's really only 3 cases. Everything stems from that, and yeah. So the 3 cases would be something like the 3-move insert, the case where white is on top, and the case where the edge pieces, or the side pieces rather, are the same color. So that's really it. Alright, hopefully you guys enjoyed that video. That video was a re-upload from Pentacubers, which is sort of a dormant YouTube channel right now. It's not really dead, but it's not active at the moment. If you like the video, do click like. Depending on the number of likes I get, I will decide whether or not I want to do a hard set of F2L tips and tricks. I have plenty of tips and tricks that I could share, but if you guys aren't interested, then I'm not going to do it. So if you're interested, click like. That's the only way I'm going to know, other than comments. I guess you could leave a comment too. Make sure you subscribe by clicking the link or clicking the button if you haven't done so already. And you can follow me on Facebook and Twitter. Links are in the description. Make sure you click some stuff. And you can click my face to go to my channel, of course. So that's plenty of things for you to click. I think that's it. So yeah, if you're interested for more of these videos, just click like. Toodles.